City in Hollywood, it's Tattletales. Welcome to the game of celebrity gossip, Tattletales. And now, here's the star of Tattletales, Bert Convey.
Get back there, you little... Here we go. This is it. This is the going home show with this gang, and I hope you've enjoyed them as much as I have, and you here at home, I mean in the studio, and you at home is what I meant to say. If you're ready, I am. Winning money today for the blue section from Match Game, Mr. Gene Rayburn and Helen Rayburn.
Gene Rayburn, I don't think you're ready.
Winning money for the yellow section, Ron Kass, and from Dynasty, Joan Collins. And winning money for the red section, George Gradow and Barbi Benton. Ah, yes. I said I was ready and then said Gene Rayburn.
You're not ready. Go back and come
I'm
again.
ready. No, I am ready. And I
Go,
hope
let's
you've
hear
had half as much fun as I have. You've all been wonderful, and you will all come back, will you not?
Yes, indeed.
I certainly hope so.
I'm fascinated
We're not
by your
making a
buttons.
decision.
What did that say on there?
What buttons?
Your buttons on your sleeve there. Is that a picture of a...
No,
What
let's
does
see.
that say? Lovely jacket, incidentally.
Doesn't say anything, I don't think.
Doesn't say anything. Okay. I got a picture
No, it
on
doesn't say. No, it's just a design,
Oh, I
I
brought
think.
it up there.
Anytime you boys
it's kind
are
of-
ready.
Oh, yes. Of course.
Talk about dull television. I'm
like
sorry. Ready, ladies? Here we go. First question for you. When you're in the mood for sex, how do you let your husband know about it? By saying something or by doing something? Thank you. Lady in the blue section went, uh-oh. Goodbye. Uh-oh. What do you think Helen will say, sir? Now, you want to talk about my buttons now? Huh?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's putting on something flimsy or attractive or arousing or wearing something or biting my ear or something like that. What is that?
That's doing something, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I would say, wouldn't
Yeah.
you? If you don't know.
Yeah, well, I guess it's doing something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Rather than saying something.
Right. Yeah.
As opposed to.
Yeah.
Very well done, sir. Doing something it is. Here she comes. Helen,
Yes.
how do you let Gene know?
Well, I usually take off my nightcap and flannel nightgown and say, howdy, stranger.
Doing something.
Yes, doing something.
That's what you said, you said. You would say. Howdy, stranger. That's better than howdy, sailor, I guess. Ron, what will Joan say?
We use Western Union. No, what are the choices now?
The choice is say something or do something.
Oh God, she does it both ways.
Oh,
I guess
nice.
I guess that's difficult because it's a little bit of both, but I would say doing something.
Doing something.
Yes.
Care to give us a hint?
I can't on this show. There's a lady back there. There's a lady back there that will cut it out.
I see. Okay. Wonder what he meant by that. Oh, you mean the censor. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
the
I didn't know what you
censor.
meant. Here comes Joan. Joan, how best do you signify that mood?
You mean how best? Funny vernacular. I find it's an extremely intimate question. Being British, I find it very difficult to face the television audience and
Yeah.
actually tell them these intimate details of my sex life.
That's true.
Our sex life.
Yes.
So I will not elaborate. I will simply say, doing something.
Yes, that's what the man said.
But I shall not tell you what.
You don't have to tell us what, because Ron already told us.
Oh, we don't go to something. Hey, honey, what about it?
No, he did not tell us.
I
Trust
said
me.
we use Western Union.
Yes. What will Barbie say, George?
Well, Bert, before I answer that, I need to get a definition. Does grabbing me by my hair and pulling me into the room, does that constitute doing something?
Boy, you scared me to death, I tell you. Grabbing
that's
you by
not-
your hair, eh?
Yeah, no. This is not the Richard Nixon famous line. Anyway, I would say that probably by saying something, because usually it goes from, hey, you, to, hey, honey. So
Uh-oh.
Yes, I think it's
Yeah.
saying something.
A softly whispered
A
phrase.
softly
A look,
whispered.
a sigh. The fundamental things apply.
Can
Yes,
we,
oh, I'm sorry.
can we move this along?
Here we
Yes.
go.
I,
Here she comes. Barbie, how do you let him know?
Gene,
I'm always in the mood for sex.
Oh. Really?
When I really need it and have to have it,
Yes.
I let George know by the use of body language.
Which is doing something, and he said words.
Oh, really?
Yes. Has he been missing the signal lately, Barbie?
I guess so.
I guess so.
I wondered why we haven't been
I
seeing
got
each
the
other.
200 guys over here that are going to answer that signal if you need it. Joan and Ron and
We do
Helen
have
and
to
Gene
plan
are
our
ready,
schedule.
and they're right, and they got it. And we'll come back in a moment with question number 2, and a look and a sigh, and body language, and all those things. They're still arguing back there. Can you hear? What do you mean the truth? Here we go. If you're ready, second question, ladies. Listen carefully, if you will. Ladies, you donate a coat to a thrift shop a couple of weeks. Oh, to a thrift.
Start
Hi.
again.
Question number
One
2
more
coming up. You donate a coat to a thrift shop, period. A couple of weeks later, you go out to dinner with another couple, and the woman is wearing what looks exactly like the coat you gave away. Would you ask her where she got it? Or would you just keep on wondering? Off you go. Now, this question is not as far out as you might think, because a similar experience happened to an acquaintance of mine. I won't go any further than that, but what do you think? We're asking Joan this question now. Ron, you're up.
These are rough questions this time.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, I don't think Joan would want to embarrass the woman, but she'd be very curious.
Yes, you
I
bet.
think she'd find an opportunity to ask.
Some way to bring it up, like,
yeah,
say,
in
by
a very
the way.
subtle kind of oblique way.
Yeah. Now then, the next question would be, would the lady tell her, in fact, where she got it? Okay, but you're going to say she would ask where she got it.
I think so.
Okay, here she comes.
In a nice way.
Yes, of course. What would you do, Joan? There she is, sitting across the table from you.
Well, I think, first of all, I'd laugh a lot. And I just would have to ask her where she got it.
That's what he said.
I mean, I think it's hilarious. In
Yeah.
fact, it has happened.
Has it happened to you?
Yes, it has. But it hasn't happened with going out to dinner with a couple. It's happened with somebody at a party that I've seen in something that I had given away to some people. But I didn't go out to them. But if it was a couple that I knew, of course, I would ask.
Right.
But I wouldn't, if they said that they got it from a thrift shop, I wouldn't say it was mine.
No.
I said you said it in a nice way.
Yes,
yes,
of course, in a nice way. Hello, ducks. Where'd you get that? What will Barbie say, George?
Well, I think that Barbie's the type of woman that doesn't like to embarrass anybody. So I would have to say that even though she would be very curious, she probably would not ask about the coat.
She'd just keep on wondering.
But I got to tell you, if it was the underwear, I think my wife would ask right away. So where did you get that? I gave it away to you. But that's it.
Okay, I got it. Here she comes. Barbie, what are you going to do in this situation?
I wouldn't hesitate for a moment.
You would ask?
I would ask her.
No, that's not what he said. Now, explain.
We never
it.
disagree.
Don't worry, I knew
You were so positive, you said, I wouldn't hesitate for a moment. I'm sorry, Barbie.
I would ask. I certainly wouldn't tell her that it was my coat that I just gave them. That would be a little too tacky.
But you would ask where you got it. That's right. It doesn't mean you have to divulge that it's
right.
yours,
That's
too.
right.
I didn't understand.
Yeah, I never thought about that either. You always find some way to
Yeah, we'll take you home, Barbie.
follow us up.
We're at that mirrored hotel.
With her coat.
What are you gonna, what's she going to
Can
say?
you clarify that for Helen?
No, I can't. I
Oh, you-
I asked the question, and she has a copy of it in front of her now back
Yes.
there. And I won't do that.
Yes. You gave it to a thrift shop.
Yeah.
And you see someone else wearing
A
it.
couple of weeks later, you go out to dinner with another couple,
Yeah.
and she's wearing what looks exactly like.
I don't think Helen would ask.
You don't think so?
No. She might ask, but she wouldn't say it was my coat.
No, but that's not part of the question. Would you?
Yeah. Well, I don't.
Would you ask her where she got
See,
it,
I
or would
think-
you just keep wondering?
Yeah. I think it's implied that you would also reveal that it was your coat. So I'm going to say she would not ask.
Okay, the answer is she will. She will keep wondering. Here she
Yeah.
comes. You have a choice of two. Helen, what would you do about that coat?
Oh, that's a very difficult question. I'm a kind lady. I don't think I'd ask her where she got it.
That's what the man said. Helen and Gene and Joan and Ron are right. Barbie and George are still looking for one. It's halftime, guys. Step to the rear, if you will. The ladies are coming out, and we'll come back with the next half of Tattletales in just a minute. What did you do, guys?